but I don't want to sell it as a standalone with series potential. My name is Gina. I'm an author, editor, publishing professional. I help you make your writing better. This is the advice that we often give to querying writers when they are writing something that could be a series. We say sell it as a standalone with series potential or first in a planned series that can stand alone if needed. Those sort of tell you two different things about how married you are to the idea of this book being a series, but they also demonstrate that you understand that selling a series as a debut author is extremely risky. This is very, very financially difficult to get sold, and they are becoming increasingly rare for debut authors to be able to sell their first book as a series. I will try to remember to link down below to a video in which I talk about all of the different series that you know and love that were sold as standalones originally and that they really did get turned into series later on. There's a bunch of stuff behind the scenes that your agent can work with you and help you position this book in a way that is advantageous to you, so that if it is doing well, it can turn into a series very easily. But if it's not doing well, you can pivot away from it easily as well and not be stuck with a canceled contract or with a book two that nobody actually wants from you because the first one didn't sell well. Right? There are things that an agent can do that can position this much better for you rather than just coming straight out and be like, I'm selling a series. However, if you are just absolutely completely dead set on selling it as a series, you can do that. It will be more difficult to sell as a debut author, but more difficult is not impossible. And just because something is hard doesn't mean you shouldn't try. If this really is the only way you can see this story going, that there is no way you're wrapping this story up in one book, that there is absolutely no way for you to make this a standalone and have it be satisfying, if there is just absolutely no way for it to be anything other than the series that you originally intended it to be, then you need to go forth with that and be confident. You may realize that this isn't the thing that's going to sell you and start your career, or you may say, like, I'm just going to know that this is hard and I believe in it and I know that I'm going to be able to sell this as a series. Or you say, you know what, I want control and I want to be able to publish this the way I want to publish it without the financial risk associated with it. And so I'm going to go self-publish it and take that risk on myself and believe in my product the way that I need to in order to put this out in the world the way that I want it to be. You have options. Just because I am giving you a piece of advice that is generally considered to be the industry standard advice doesn't mean that that's what's going to work for you and your story. You can ignore me, or you can take one of these other paths because that's what's right for you and that's what's right for your story. Never lie about whether or not you intend for this to be a series, because that ends up just making you look bad during the querying process, because the agent will get to the end of your synopsis and be like, this isn't a complete story. This isn't a complete arc. This person doesn't know what they're talking about. Be upfront and honest about what it is that you are selling and demonstrate that you understand how difficult that is and be willing to pivot or don't. And then you seek out one of those options in which you don't have to pivot. You are fully in control of your career decisions. I'm giving you the advice that applies for this one particular path. And if you don't want it, then you shouldn't take it. It's not for you. Like, do the other thing that you do want to do.